A very good, happy Monday morning to everyone out there across the Wobbles region and beyond. Landon here with you to bring you your wintry weather and night forecast, courtesy of On Target. It's game on, folks. The National Weather Service has issued a winter weather advisory currently for 2 counties across the Wobbles community, which would include both Edmonton in Barron County. Now, just because you're not in the winter weather advisory doesn't mean that we're not going to be experiencing impacts throughout the day. We got a closed upper level system that's going to be bringing rounds of snow showers, snow squalls in some instances. They can put down a quick layer of snow on the ground rather quickly. So let's jump over here and let's jump right into what we're focusing on. Early this morning, you can see we got the outline there of the winter weather advisory here in the light pink and purple, if you will. We have got these snow showers and snow squalls that are rolling south and east of the region, entering the north and west side of Butler County as we speak. This is going to be continuing in a southeastward direction, folks, and we're going to have more where this came from. If we back this up early this morning, you can see there's quite a bit more of snow showers and snow squalls located across portions of southern Indiana and central Indiana this morning. All this is wrapping down in a southeastward fashion and will be impacting the region along with a good chunk of the remainder of the Commonwealth throughout the rest of today. All right, let's jump over here and let's bring up the latest in terms of what we were looking at in the temperature department. We have already got readings that are below freezing out there. Wind chills are locked in somewhere around the mid-teens. It is absolutely frigid out there early this morning. Be aware of a few slick spots in the morning commute, folks. Layer up the kiddos before they head to the bus stop with the frigid wind chills that we have that are present in the great outdoors. Where is all of this coming from, Landon? Well, it can all be pointed towards this monster trough located just to the north and west of the region. Located and diving down through the Great Lakes and through the Ohio Valley this morning. This upper level low is going to be centering itself nearly right over top of us. And by the mid-morning time frame, this large upper level low is going to be located basically right on top of our head. We're going to have northwesterly flow at the surface. It's going to be bringing in the snow chances along with more righteous northwesterly winds. We're going to see those winds gusting in the magnitude of 20 to 30 plus miles an hour at times, keeping wind chills locked into pretty much the teens and 20s throughout the entirety of today. Now let's break it down hour by hour. Short-term model guidance picking up nicely on the morning activity, diving in here. You will note as we roll into mid-morning on into the lunchtime hour is whenever we should have the peak of the snow showers and snow squalls impacting the region. I'm going to work into this afternoon. Lapse rates are going to increase with daytime heating, although that is going to be minimal, as you'll see here shortly. But you can see these swaths of snow showers and, yes, snow squalls. Snow squalls bring very low visibility and can put down a very quick coating, but tend to be rather sporadic and very scattered in nature. We continue through this afternoon and we get an end to the moisture. Finally, by early evening, it looks like the snow showers will try to be out of here somewhere around the 6 to 8 p.m. hour before all this is said and done, and that is whenever the winter weather advisory is going to lapse off this evening, all right? So those 2 counties that are in the winter weather advisory, Edmonton and Barron County, you're going to ride that out through roughly 6 or 7 p.m. Again, folks, the entirety of the Wobbles community, it isn't just those 2 counties that could be getting in on these light accumulations that could be bringing some slick spots to roadways out there. Looking at our wind chill readings, here we are early this morning down to the teens. We're not going to be escaping the upper teens to lower 20s throughout the day. Another thing that's going to be very tricky today, looking at real-time temperatures. Right now, the short-term model guidance is holding us at or below freezing, all but for around 1 to 2 hours throughout this afternoon. I want to make an announcement. Heavy and intense snow rates trump ground temperatures every time. So right now we've got warm ground temperatures that are out there, but if we're able to get enough snow on the ground, those snow rates can overcome the warm ground temperatures. So even if the ground is sitting at 34 or 35 degrees, if the snow and ice accumulation is too great, that overcomes the warmer ground temperatures and creates slick spots on roadways. So we need to be aware of that. Wind chills dive back down. Going to be right around the mid and upper teens as we roll into the very early morning hours of our Veterans Day. But by Veterans Day afternoon, highs around the 50-degree mark underneath more sunshine. We're going to pull out of this rather quickly. By Wednesday, we're going to be up to right around 60 degrees, all right? Something else that I want to take note of and that what I want to showcase is taking a look here at the latest from the SPC Mesoanalysis Center. We have a parameter brought up that is the snow squall parameter, and you can note it's riding right along and just north of the region currently, but look here as we work throughout the day. That snow squall parameter becomes centered right over top of our head here over the next, 3 to 5 hour range. So again, anywhere between mid-morning, right around the 9 to 10 a.m. hour through roughly 1 to 2, maybe 3 p.m. this afternoon is whenever we are going to experience, some of us, the low visibilities and the minor accumulations out there. As far as total accumulation, some of us going to get nothing at all. Some of us could push further along to maybe an inch. If you were to luck out, meaning you're a snow lover like me, we could be pushing anywhere from 1 to 2 inches total. It looks like the highest snow totals will be right along and east of the I-65 corridor with this particular weather maker, all right? Want to jump back over here real quick. There's something else that we need to point out and talk about, and that is what's going to be following suit. So we get the trough out of here. High pressure brings warmer temperatures back into the mix throughout the remainder of the work week. See this little blip come through here on Friday. We might have a few showers to deal with, but more prominently, look at us late in the weekend. Look at this massive cold front, associated low pressure systems blasting east across the region Sunday afternoon into Monday morning. We're going to need to keep eyes on that, folks. With as warm as our temperatures are going to rebound and become, and with that much moisture becoming available, we could be looking at the opportunity at a few potential strong to maybe even severe storms, and the latest analog guidance is pointing that out. Obviously, we're going to be paying attention here to the short term with our winter weather today, but that is what we're going to keep eyes on in the long range outlook, all right? One final gander at our winter weather advisory that includes Edmonson County along with Barron County. That's through 6 p.m. this evening. As a reminder, folks, the entirety of the Wobbles community needs to be aware of the opportunity at minor accumulations and negative snow impacts. Here's a look at the snowfall forecast. Forecast for the bulk of the region is under an inch total. But again, if we overachieve a little bit, we could be right around that 1 inch or greater mark. They could obviously bring some impacts given our temperature profiles throughout the atmosphere. Here's a full breakdown of your next 6-day weather forecast for today. Scattered snow showers, strong intense snow squalls at times. Highs likely not escaping the mid-30s for many of us. We roll into our Veterans Day. It is going to be much nicer with highs near 50 degrees with sunshine coming back into the mix. Lower 60s Wednesday into Thursday, bolting up to the low and mid-70s Friday into Saturday. You gotta love Kentucky weather, folks. You can't make it up. And then that's going to be priming up our atmosphere for the opportunity at strong thunderstorms as we finish out the weekend. Friends, that's going to wrap up your Monday morning weather or not forecast, brought to you by none other than On Target. We'll be updating frequently, folks, throughout the day as our winter weather continues to impact the region. You all take care of yourselves and each other. Stay safe out there, given the winter weather that is here.